As we said with regard to trainer skills, particularly group training, there are 3 phases to the sessions that we're running. First, we must introduce the session. Then we need to develop the session. That's the actual meat. And we need to consolidate to test that people have understood and they've learnt what we're trying to teach them. So let's look at the intro, the introduction, INTRO. Doesn't matter what order it goes in, it's just a mnemonic to give us a clue to what we should include in the introduction. So firstly, the interest. Now, why do we need to get people interested? We need to grab their interest so they want to listen to what we're saying. How can you do that? Well, you can show a picture, you can tell a story, you can tell a joke, you can give some interesting information about the topic. Whatever you think will grab their interest. And that's still one of the hardest things to try and develop. So I is for interest. The next one in INTRO is the N. N for need. Why do they need to be there? So it's important to sell them the benefits. What's in it for them? Will they get more information, more knowledge? Will it be easier for them to do the job? What is the personal benefit to them of doing this particular training? Be careful you don't sell the benefits to the company, because does that really turn them on or not? Probably not. It's their personal benefits. What will they achieve from doing this training? The T is the title. Very clear what you're actually going to be training them in, so they know what they're going to be taught today. The R is a bit more difficult. That's the range. That's what you're going to cover. That's picking up on the key topics. In other words, the agenda. How long the session's going to last. Any exercises, any quizzes, any involvement they're going to have. Do they need to take notes? Will you be giving them handouts? Will you be asking them questions? Can they ask questions back to you as well? So very important, they know what's going to happen. So there's nothing mysterious later on in the program or in the session that you're training them with. And finally, the O. The O is the objective. And earlier on we covered setting objectives, how the clarity, so they know what's going to happen, they know what they're going to achieve by the end of the session. So think about that. In your intro, always do INTRO. One of the most important things about training is to make sure that you test the training. You consolidate it. Has the learner learnt? Do you feel confident they know how to do what you've told them to do? And that's what we call consolidation. So after you've done your intro, you've actually done the training, which is the development stage, and then you come into consolidation. And I think that's probably one of the most important areas of all. How do you do that? Well, the things you can do is you're always testing against the objective. If you say they'll be able to demonstrate, explain, state, whatever it is, you need to test that in the consolidation. It's a bit like the driving test. You give them all the training, and now the actual examiner comes in to test it, which is you. So you can do that by questions, by quizzes. Doesn't really matter how you do it, providing they can actually show they can do it. Could be a demonstration. If it's dealing with a customer, get them to do handling a complaint. It doesn't really matter very much. Whatever you say in your objective has to be tested in your consolidation. Very important.